much money you get from the administration. It's because it's free money. 700 billion people's money has been used to rescue them. They don't pay back to the American government. It's a free money. So everybody come up with bad news just to get bigger chunk of money. So after you take the 10 billion from me, GM, you are GM, right? General Motors. The next quarter, what are you going to report? No, you take money from me already, you report loss. You cannot. I want you to turn it around. 2%, 1% doesn't really matter. Just a report, a turnaround in your financial accounting, and I push the stock market up. That was exactly what happened in America. So when he's become the president of America, elected in November, he became the president in January, and then from February onward, he started dispersing the money to all the corporate companies. The second quarter of Obama's, that means second quarter of the year, the stock market start moving. Okay, so because the stock market start moving, it builds the confidence in people. Because a lot of people start investing into shares and whatnot, and they make money. They make paper money. That means before they sell it, it's called paper money, paper gain. Until you sell it, it becomes a real gain. Alright? So, but because I already make money, I will go into the pub and talk about my investment in these shares. Well, I just the share just went up another pound, you know, wow, have a bit of drink, and then, wow, then I buy you another drink. That's too confident. So it actually jumpstart the whole economy of America again, all right? So when my friend called me, I said, hey, Michael, are you okay or not? I said, I'm doing great because I'm building another warehouse. He said, are you kidding me? America is going to Great Depression, you know? Then, because we all depend on American imports, right? So I said, no, they're going to turn around in the second quarter, you know? So I built another warehouse, which is called the Wave during the recession. So what I'm trying to do here, what I'm trying to tell you here is, I studied the whole scenario. I knew the turnaround is going to happen. So I want to do a Warren Buffett job on the company, building a warehouse during recession time. So we were the only company giving up tenders during recession time. All right, that is like in June 2009, and the deal was closed somewhere in November 2009, and they start constructing it in 2010, completed in October 2010. Okay, and we revalued this building. We built it at the cheapest price ever, because the steel price was the cheapest. If I want steel, thousands of vendors come in, bid for the steel supply, and everything was the cheapest. So we make 10 million from this warehouse, just to build a warehouse during recession. All right. And then the third warehouse, which is called the third generation warehouse, is the green building. Is a GBI Gold Standard, Gold Green Building Index. All right. They have solar panel on the roof, water recycle system, LED lightings and whatnot. Okay, and it's the first Green Building Index certified Gold Standard in Malaysia. All right, it had 2 records on it. Right, tallest warehouse in Malaysia, the first GBI Gold Standard warehouse in Malaysia, and received many awards. The top 30 green catalysts in Malaysia. Okay, 3 iconic buildings talking to each other: the ship, the wave, and the lighthouse. And we have a sea of pineapple surrounding us. So the sea of pineapples are pineapple plantation that surround us, right? So do you want to ask any questions before I continue? Maybe why pineapple plantation? Why pineapple plantation? All right. So let me answer you now. Now, the reason is I'm facing the highway 1 kilometer. This is the highway, all right? It was full with tall trees and whatnot covering the buildings, the 3 iconic buildings, the ship, the wave, and the lighthouse. So instead of doing landscaping that costs $500,000 ringgit and maintenance 10,000 every month, I decided to do a pineapple plantation, right? No pineapple plantation means you plant pineapple, 12 months later you have a pineapple fruit. You can harvest it, right? And you can sell the fruits, right? So instead of spending money on the landscape, which is going to cost you money and nothing back, so I'm doing a plantation. Even my landscape is my cash cow. So that is the phrase I use. All right. So we are the first company in the world that does call their warehouses by name. If you go and check all the top logistics company and check the name of their warehouse, they use location. Like maybe Liverpool warehouse 123 ABC, or London or South End, West End, warehouse ABC 123, or Southampton warehouse 123 ABC, something like that. Nobody would ever use the warehouse, call the warehouse by names. We are the first in the world to do that. The ship, the wave, and the lighthouse. Alright? And we have a poem for it. Later on you can have a look. Alright? So it's the first concept logistics hub in the world. Okay, so 3 iconic buildings. If you look at the Google map, I think you can see this whole building in the Google map. All right, so just click on the location now. You can see from the rooftop. You can see these 12 the waves, the ship, and the lighthouse. And then from the side elevation, architecturally, it looks like waves, and this looks like ship, and this is a lighthouse. Okay, right. 3 iconic buildings talking to each other. Right. So when I finish this, can you imagine my competitors? Their warehouse is an A shape, and here you go facing the highway going into the port, and everyone has to pass by this building, and suddenly we become the top of the town. Because if I don't build this kind of building, I am still nobody today. But because of this iconic building, everyone search for PKT, who are they? And then we become the iconic of the industry for logistics. All right. Then when I bought another piece of land in Kuantan, another major port of Malaysia, so everyone started raising question, what are you going to build again this time? All right. So when there is nobody talk about you, it's not brand. When everyone asking and talking about you, it's called branding really. All right. So I know the excitement. I keep them very excited about it, and I finally do a launching and I do an announcement. My next hub is going to, okay, I bought another land in Penang, and we plan for another one between Malaysia and Thailand. So this one Eastern Hub, then when we did the launching, I announced that it's going to be called the Glacier. So you can imagine, in the competitor's mind, they are in Malaysia, hot weather. There is no glacier in Malaysia. So they are asked, where the hell this guy came from? Why did he build a glacier in Malaysia? Why? All these questions. When this thing happened, when people start asking questions, it is branding. Alright? So we built the glacier in Kuantan, we say. Alright? So the glacier looks like this. It's actually the glacier mountain of New Zealand. Okay? So this is the actual glacier center that we copied from New Zealand during our holiday to New Zealand. Okay. So One auto hub is the next project after that, is in Penang. Penang is another major port of Malaysia. So I told you that every major port in Malaysia will have one iconic hub. And this one is called One Auto Hub. It's next to the second bridge. Okay, now this time it's facing 1.5 kilometer highway. Alright, same thing. Everybody that goes into Penang will never miss this iconic location. It's in the middle of everything. Here is the IKEA, Ikano. There will be the designer village, which is factory outlets and whatnot around here. So what is inside there is now a complete hub for automotive logistics. One is the warehouses. We call it the 12 waves, where we have all the warehouse jobs inside, facilities and whatnot. And this is Automotive Boulevard, car showroom left and right. And this is vendor park, where all the automotive vendors can set up their factory here and then use our warehouse. And these are the cars that produce from the automotive industry and our own container yard. And this is called the ship campus. And Prof have actually gone through with you. And in front of the ship campus is the Lighthouse Lodge, which is a hotel. All right. Basically, the federal government, the state government of Penang asked me to do what I did in Shah Alam, this land. They want 3 iconic buildings as well. So in order to create these 3 iconic buildings, I did it another way around. So I didn't duplicate it the same, otherwise it has no meaning. So I did it the same, I changed it. So the ship campus is now a university campus. The Lighthouse Lodge, instead of lighthouse here, is now hotel. Facing the hotel is the Andaman Wharf, which is the waterfront. And here we have Pineapple Walk. There we will have a mangrove walk and a sports center. Okay. So this is the street, we call it Automotive Boulevard. Left and right are all car showrooms. Okay. You know, I got this inspiration when I was in Epernay, Champagne, in France, right? So we went to one street called Champagne Avenue de Champagne, where they have left and right all the champagne makers. So basically what we did is we stopped in this champagne maker, and then we have a bit of drink, and then we stop in another shop along the whole street, then you get drunk at the end of the day. So what I've done is I did the same thing. We call it Automotive Boulevard. It's a bit French, but then along the whole boulevard, left and right are all car showrooms, right? So if anybody would want to buy a car in the future, they need to go to Automotive Boulevard, all right? And this is the Andaman Wharf, which is the waterfront facing the sea. And next to it will be the student accommodation that link into Andaman Wharf. And this is called the ship campus, right? And this is called the Lighthouse Lodge, which is a hotel, 360-degree hotel. Basically how you do it is, you go into the lift, they'll bring you straight to the lantern room. And on top of the lantern room, that's where you check in. Get your key card, another lift will bring you to the floor. And when you come up on the floor, it's 360 degrees. Which room you are facing, which direction. Alright. Of course, the most beautiful direction is a bit more expensive than the lousy one. And then the lower floor will be cheaper than the higher floor. Alright. So something like that will happen. Alright. Everything will be at the lantern room. They do have a basement restaurant where we have our breakfast there. On top there will be only for high tea and whatnot, for people to spend a bit more money to have a beautiful view, right? Just like what you did in Eiffel Tower. When you go to Eiffel Tower, you want to have coffee, I think upstairs is very expensive with a view. So this is called the ship campus. I'm doing the interior design for the whole campus. I can tell you, I am so excited as well. We have an auditorium. We have the same function of a cruise ship for the whole campus. We do have a promenade inside on the 4th floor, like a shopping street, with the natural lighting coming straight from the 9th floor all the way into the promenade floor. And the whole street looks like a cafe. It's like those like pebble streets walk in France or something like that, where the shops has a lot of what do you call that kind of roof, like cafes area and whatnot, and big slide. There is a big slide that slides you from 2 floors all the way down. You love the slides. You love the slide? I like the slide. Okay, so So this is the view from the waterfront and overlooking the mangrove walk. Okay, so the whole development, if you drive through the second bridge, you will go through the 12-way first. Then you see a ship campus. It looks like a cruise ship. It's no longer look like it, but it's not it. But it is look like a cruise ship. It's actually Royal Caribbean Voyager of the Sea. We copy and paste. You know what? My architect was trying to do some design that looks like a ship, but not a ship. I said, hey, no, I had enough of that here. That is no more, you know. What I want you to do is, 2006, I was in this cruise. I love it. Just copy and paste. It was so easy. Alright. So then I think Prof had mentioned to you, because we want attention, we want to attract crowd to come to the warehouse area. So what I did here is, because it's facing the highway, you're bound to have a look on the left. So we planted 180 tecoma tree all the way, one stretch. So that when it flower, it looks very far, from far away, it looks like cherry blossom. Very beautiful, alright? And we also have see, in front of the warehouse, we open for public to come in because of this cherry blossom. So it's going to be a Japanese garden now, because we decided when people come for the viewing, suddenly you see the floor is like nothing, you know. So we do proper landscaping, we do a Japanese garden, all right? And then we open up our front office, which is very unusual, to become an R&R, rest and relax. So the whole development, all the people can actually come here for a lunch, because we have a food court and restaurant and a convenience store there as well. Okay? So this is our downstairs of our headquarters in Penang. Downstairs is convenience store, public toilet, food court, and the restaurants. So these are the convenience stores. Public toilets, food court. This is the actual picture already. Alright? And restaurants. So upstairs our office. So you know, instead of doing just a reception, we have to do away with reception, because we hate to do the things that people always do. So what we did is we changed the name of the reception, become front desk now, like a hotel front desk, and ask them to benchmark themselves like a front desk of a hotel. Alright? Multitasking. So one of the hotels that I use to benchmark is Holiday Inn Express. So if you go to Holiday Inn Express, the front desk does everything. They pull a pie for you, they sell you some crisps, if you want toothbrush, you can get toothbrush. You know, you want something else, they get that one, you know, the thing that you use at night. So you want to do your laundry, you drop your laundry here and everything. Multitasking, oh, you don't get it, it's okay. Still young, right? Right, so this is multitasking front desk. Not only picking up phone calls anymore, right? They do coffees for you, they serve you cakes and whatnot, alright? So this is our new front desk, providing snacks. And these are our shared brown rooms. New office concept, 4th generation office. And we have a truckers lounge. Truckers lounge is a new idea in Malaysia. Nobody has it before. Of course, I knew it because in the UK, they have a lot of truckers lounge. They give a lot of respect for truck drivers, but not Malaysia. So we were first to implement truckers lounge. Right? The idea is during the time when I was taking my car, I was driving to France from Dover. So when I got into P&O, the ferry, and then I came out, and then there's this lounge, but then they lock only for truckers. So cool, right? And then for us, we cannot have a lounge. We have to sit outside, you know, whatnot. So I decided to give that kind of privilege to truck drivers. Alright? Because truckers is their biggest client for those crews. Right? So this is our new office with a shower facility for truck drivers as well. This is how it looks like in the evening. From the plane, you can see the 12 waves. So we painted the words, the 12 waves on it. So iconic, okay. Right. If you take off from Penang, you make sure you sit on the window side, then you peek outside, then you will see the 12 wave. In the future, the ship campus will be here, right? And the lighthouse lodge will be there, all right? Okay, so when I decided to build the Japanese garden, we need to come up with a philosophy why we do that. So we came up with a philosophy saying that we took away nature from earth by building warehouses. We built a garden to replace it. This is called the nature walk. Okay, so it's called the nature walk. So it's our new Japanese garden next to our warehouse. So this is also another first in the industry. Nobody have done it before. So I fly in two Japanese garden architects from Japan to do this job. So he's the one, and he's the translator. He can't even speak English, so we need a translator together, right? And this guy is the main con from Malaysia. So everybody would have thought warehouse supposed to be very secure place. Nobody can come. But can you imagine the way we do it is completely different from logistics industry. People come for tour. Just like you coming here for tour today. It's a warehouse facility, right? I'm sure you have seen a lot of Japanese garden before, right? So I'm going to skip this video, alright? The other philosophy that we had, I think Prof had also mentioned before, is teaching in a working environment to bring institution closer to private industry to improve the quality of the graduates. So over here, our job is to invest into the future of our students. This is called the SHIP campus. This is the final design that now we use this last design for the construction of the SHIP campus. Can you see the gym here? So can you imagine you are going to do your treadmill on the gym on this floor? The whole floor is gym and recreation. There will be a lot of pool tables and whatnot for you, and then the library will be on the top here. really is going to have a lantern light there. On top of the lighthouse, this is actually the lantern room. And this is the lantern light, where we're going to keep the real lighthouse light there. And we're going to spin it every hour from 7 p.m. over for 5 minutes. So 7 p.m., 5 minutes, 8 until midnight. We close it. Just like Eiffel Tower. So Eiffel Tower will sparkle for 5 minutes from every evening from 7 over until midnight. Alright? So we're going to do the same. So it's going to be a major attraction. People will just queuing outside nearby, surrounding it to take pictures and whatnot. Alright? Alright? So that goes through our first transformation program. Right? So we were at this area, and right after that transformation, we came back and the company grew this way and towards the direction of 1 billion ringgit. So as a CEO of the company, are you happy? You guys happy with the direction of the company? So important is, as a CEO of the company, you must have a clear vision and direction. Then all your armies will follow you. Alright? Because everyone is so excited every day because they know final vision, what is it going to be like. Alright? So that inspired everyone. Alright? So except one of my friends reminded me, a Japanese guy. So Michael-san. Michael-san means Michael, you know, san means sir. Your company moves so fast, how your people can follow you? Which is true. Because I make very quick decisions, but how many people can actually follow me, my direction? So not many. So they were struggling to catch up with the CEO because it's moving too fast. Alright? Now, so I need to transform my company again. That's 2011. Okay? So in 2011, I came up with another transformation program, and this time we call it Employees Transformation Program. So now we have a clear direction for the company already. Now we want the employee to be well equipped to reach 1 billion ringgit. Okay, so we call it Employees Transformation Program. So what I did here is, on the original 3 vision, I incorporate it into, now I use another method. There are so many management methods later on you can use. But now I use Key Result Area, KRA. Alright? So we came up with our company Key Result Area number 1, which is the 60-40 vision. Number 2, which is the ASEAN 30 vision. Number 3 is the new vision. We call it Wawasan 5 million square feet in 10 years, which is 1 logistics hub, 1 auto hub, 1 eastern hub, and 1 northern hub. We want to achieve 5 million square feet in warehouse space in 2025. Alright, that's our new vision. So another vision is number 4. What is the most important thing? So when we talk about this 10 KRA, 10 key result area, we must talk about what is the priority of the company we want to achieve first. So one of the things that we are having a lot of problem was goods missing. If I build so many warehouses and so many goods is stolen and missing, so I have an issue. So I need to tackle that issue first. So I put this as a priority to further elevate our security system into world-class standard through measurements of stock accuracy incident reports. So I wanted to build a world-class security team. So I employed a head of security. Then he came to my room. Then I asked him, okay, I want you to make sure that our security guard are world-class. So he asked me, so Dato, what do you mean by world-class? I said, have you watched CSI? Have you watched, you know what's CSI? Crime Scene Investigation? Are they world-class? I said, dress them up like CSI first. Okay, make them look like CSI. Okay? And then give them earpiece and walkie-talkie and whatnot. Then ask them to watch CSI and behave like that. Alright? So then I tell him, secondly, I want to have a security room, like the CSI security room, where you can zoom, multiple zoom until you see thing, you know, whatnot, you know. So we have this security room. So now our security room is like CSI, right? It looks like CSI, right? That room, alright? Multiple screen, you know. Okay, so I say do away with all these rubbish security reports that we had the security guys to write on the book. Normally they write in the logbook. whenever you come in, they put your name, your identity and whatnot, when you came in and whatnot. So I say, these are all very boring stuff. I say, I want them to make the report via Facebook. Okay, so we set up a group called PKT, Big Brotherly Bouncers. And all the security guys is inside there, and I'm also inside there. Right? So every day they will do report on their station, everywhere in Malaysia, anywhere else. So they put, I'm from which warehouse, which security team, and they CC to me. So when they key in my name, it will come up in notification to me. So I can go in and I will look into their report and I will click like, yes, good job, or something like that. You know, more photo please, video please, or something like that. So I'm the only CEO in the world that reads all his security report. Because it's done via Facebook. Alright, cool or not? Alright. Right. So in the the second transformation was for employee right. So it wasn't the 20 guys went to the retreat anymore. This time round it was 20 plus 30 staff. Total 50 of us. So because it's an employee, it cannot be top management making the decision. So I brought in the second tier of the management as well. So that's why 50 of us. So because of it's an employee transformation, I asked them, what do you want from me? What do you guys want from me? So then they brainstorm, they say, can we have more pay? Can we have more bonuses or something like that? I say, okay, money is always never enough for everyone. But what else besides money that you want from me? So finally they say they want to be healthy. Okay? So we decided, okay, in order to come up with this KPI, because everything is world class, right? Come up with a world class KPI for health for us to achieve. So then they brainstormed among themselves, they came up with the idea, if you work for PKT, your health will improve as a KPI. So I say, Google it and find whether Mark Zuckerberg tell that to their Facebook staff or not. Did Google say that to their staff? If you work for Google, your health will improve. Did Google say that? Did anyone say that in the world? Nobody dare. Anybody say? If you stay in England, your health will improve. That would be the Prime Minister to say that. Alright? So I took up the challenge. I put it as my KPI. My KPI, not theirs, my KPI. So because of that, I need to have a gym. So we built a gym for them in our office, and we also have a nice changing room for them. Alright? So then I was the only one in the gym running. Left, nobody, right, also nobody. Alright? So I said, oh my God, this is going to be a problem. So I start going down to the office floor and ask people, invite people, why don't you go to the gym? Say, well, Dato, I'm very busy at the moment, one day. Alright? So I say, hey, you got fat already there? Why don't you go to the gym? I'm actually quite okay. I just have my medical report, everything passed, you know. So if you're not sick, you don't go to the gym. You know, so that is a problem. For me, because of that KPI, I'm at fail my KPI. So I need to do something about it. So I decided to come up with a competition. So I crossbreed between American Idol and Biggest Loser. I call it GMX Idol. The name of the gym is called GMX. So it's GMX Idol. So I posted in the Facebook, in our internal Facebook, and I tell them that GMX Idol Season 1, the trip is, the winner of this competition is going to Melbourne, 4 days, 3 nights, with 500 Aussie pocket money to spend. And the 4 days leave is waived, alright? So 25 people signed up for this competition. Basically, they went to see the gym instructor, they measure their weight, they enter the competition, 25 of them sign up, and they start losing weight. So from January until June, we have people losing weight, and they become January Idol, February Idol, March Idol, April Idol, May Idol, June Idol. So at the end of the season, we have a lucky draw, and then the winner went to Melbourne. So he posted a lot of photos when he was in Melbourne. That got people excited, and they asked me another question, Dato, can we have season 2? I said, that's fine. You know? And season 2 ends in June 2012. July 2012 was London Olympic. Can you remember that? 2012 London Olympic. So my winning prize was to go to London Olympic 2012. Right? And the competition has 54 people sign up for the competition. Very intense, because the prize is going to London Olympic 2012. Right? With £500 sterling pocket money to spend, and the relief is waived as well. So very intense, and these are all the monthly winners, and she was the overall winner, and she was sent to London Olympic 2012. And the way we did the draw also create a lot of excitement, because this is what we do. We seduce them. Alright, so we did a draw, 6 of them, pick up the draw, and then congratulations, you won yourself a Samsung Galaxy S3 phone. Then the next one also phone, the next one also phone, the next one also phone. All 6 of them get a phone. Then they ask me, where is the grand prize, which is the trip? So I say, switch on the handphone. So they had to open the box, and then with that kind of feeling, they shiver with thrill on excitement. And then when they switch on the handphone, the message came out in the handphone, you will be using this Samsung Galaxy S3 to take this picture, which is a men's gymnastics final in London Olympic 2012. So I bought a ticket for them to watch the men's gymnastics final in a suite. So she went for it. She don't even have a passport. Okay. And then season 3 went to Hokkaido for skiing. Season 4 followed the management guy for their retreat that year to Alaska Cruise and Rocky Mountain Self-Drive, 18 days, 15 nights. This is where she went. And season 5 followed me to UK again. Alright? So if you work for PKT, your health will improve. So this guy lost 18 kgs. Okay? After that, he got signed up. Life-changing experience when you work for PKT, right? And it appeared in Men's Health magazine. And also we have yoga class in the office. Okay. Sorry, this guy was in 2 seasons, season 3 and season 4. He lost 17 and 15 kg. Totally, he lost 32 kg. Alright. So when I post this in the Facebook, somebody asked me, so Dato, what medicine are you selling? So I replied to him, we don't operate a slimming center, we operate a logistics center. I don't prescribe medication, I prescribe motivation. Alright, so this lady lost 8.5 kg again. And this guy came in after the competition all over. So there's no gift. But because he followed us on the Facebook, then he joined us because of our healthy culture. And then when he joined us, he automatically went to gym and lost record-breaking 33 kgs. Alright, with no price. Okay? But when I saw him in the gym room, changing, with nice six-pack, I said, who are you? He said, Dato, I'm Shanu. Before that, I was very fat. I said, oh my God, there's no more price for you. But he said, it's okay, I joined the company because of your culture. Alright. So, and guess what happened to him again? Any idea? What happened to him? He got married as well. Alright. So whenever I go to the gym is packed every evening. And some people was queuing, sitting on the bench there. I said, what are you waiting for? Because there's no more treadmill, nothing. It's all fully occupied. So I said, why don't you come for morning gym? I said, morning gym is a bit tired. Have to wake up 6 a.m., go to the gym at 7, finish at 8, shower, and then go back to work at 8:30. So it's quite tiring. So I said, but people does that. I does that every morning as well. So then I thought, nothing is impossible in this world. Just a bit of motivation. So one day I saw this video that if you go to Russia railway station, if you in front of this machine, you squat 30 times, 1 ticket will come out. Yeah, this is in Russia, right? So I say this is such a nice idea. So I did the same. I say if you go to the gym 1 hour early morning, the gym instructor will give you a meal voucher worth £5 for your lunch, right? So that become popular. Right? We call it gym for meal. Okay. So we also have aerobic class in office. We have this marathon club. We call it Pacer Club. And now, those skinny one was complaining to me. Said, Dato, not fair. Because why is all this competition is only for the fat guys? No, I also went to the gym every day. I also can do this 5-kilometer run. I can do how many workout and whatnot. Why am I not given a chance to go for this kind of trips? So I tell them, first, I must motivate people to come to the gym. From fat become team, that motivates people. So now we move into second phase of our life fitness program. We call it like PKT Life Fitness Program. Basically, if you go to the gym, later on you will see this, you will thumb in. When you finish gym, you thumb out. So what happened is it become part of our standard SOP in the company. If you go to the gym, you collect hours, right? So if you reach 100 hours, you get this silver access card. You can park your car inside. Otherwise, you park your car outside and walk inside. All right? Then you get 100 ringgit meal voucher. And then otherwise, if you get gold, then you 150 hours, you get gold. Then you park your car inside and you get 200 ringgit meal voucher. Platinum 200 hours, you get everything, including sportswear allowance as well. So the more you go to gym, the more benefit you get from the company. So this is the thing. Now, there's a promotion that is going on at the moment. We call it Gym a Day Off. Alright? If you go to gym within 1 month, for 12 days, it's just like the loyalty card. You know, you buy a coffee, sometimes they have this loyalty card. They stamp on your card until 10 stamps, then you can redeem for a free coffee. It's the same. If you go to the gym for that month, 12 times, after that 12 times, you can redeem for 1 day off the following month. It's called Gym a Day Off. It's very popular. So because of that, the gym is always packed with people. Alright? So there's many rules inside here. And this is our gym instructor. And how do we measure the KPI to make sure that I am not only talk and talk, I want to walk my talk, alright? So we have people coming in, National Kidney Foundation, who comes into the office and set up the lab in the office, and we prick our finger to test our blood for the sugar content and also cholesterol and blood pressure. So we use these 3 indicators. So every 6 months, National Kidney Foundation will come, they set up a lab, they test us, then these are the results. Okay? So if we have so many results, then we can compare before and after. So we have this bell curve of maintain, improve, worsen. Maintain, improve, worsen. Maintain, improve, worsen. Maintain, improve, worsen. So when the worsen start moving up towards the higher direction, so I have to stop and make a decision what's happening here. So, you know, when you run a company, the KPI need to be reviewed. So when I review the KPI, I found that the worsen is getting higher and higher. So I asked the person in charge of the KPI, show me the result, let me have a look. Who are in this category? I want to solve the problem. Okay? So when she bring in the results to my room, she knocked on the door and she was laughing at me. So I said, surprised. You know why are you laughing at me? Say, Dato, all of them are your management team. Wow. The management guys is the one who don't go to gym. The staff go to the gym. Alright. So I decided to bring a weighing scale to the next management meeting. So I bring a weighing scale to the management meeting. And I told them, guys, leadership is by example. Okay? Please show some leadership here. I need to achieve my KPI. Alright? Can you guys stand on top of a weighing scale and tell me how many kg you're gonna drop? Alright? So they start saying on the weighing scale, and you know, we calculate